Staying with the health sector, and in the meantime, the Ministry of Labour and Employment says it's yet to receive any strike notification from the leadership of the National Association of Resident Doctors. That's according to the Deputy Director, Press and Public Relations of the Ministry, Mr. Charles Akpan, who insists that the federal government is unaware of any strike action by the resident doctors, as there was no letter written to the Minister of Labour and Employment, Dr. Chris Ngige, to that effect, as at the close of business on Friday. However, he further explains that non-receipt of a strike notice will not deter the ministry from performing its role as a chief conciliator of labour disputes in the country. Now, in furtherance of this discussion on COVID-19, Professor Isa Sadiq Abubakar, Director, Center for Infectious Diseases Research, Bayero University, Kano, joins us from our Abuja studios. You're welcome to News Across Nigeria.
Thank you very much.
I wish it was on a better note, on a more cheery note, that we were discussing health in the country. But with successive variants of COVID-19, including this recent Delta mutation or strain, and the increasing number of cases following the third wave of the virus, some people remain skeptical, insisting that the virus is a hoax. What further proof can be offered to skeptics?
Okay, thank you very much indeed for having me. You see, this is not rocket science. The fact that a virus exists that causes an illness, it did not start just with COVID-19. We have been encountering several viruses and other germs or organisms that have been causing illnesses. Now, when COVID-19 came, an alert was given to the world, and we saw how it spread faster, and the world initially could not find a solution to it, but especially in China, where they rose to the occasion, started instituting a lot of control measures, we saw how after some time they were successful in handling it. This spread very fast because the route of transmission, that is the respiratory route, is a very efficient route by which the virus spreads to all countries. And scientists used to predict how this will continue to spread if the world does not abide by the non-pharmaceutical protocols. Wherever, for example, there is mass gathering, we see after a week or two or three that the number of cases rise. And that has been happening even with the original set of viruses. Now, we started having warning signals from India where there was a mass gathering of people. And after like 2 weeks, the number of cases started rising. And then the tests, which after sequencing, proved that the virus is a new variant which had hitherto not existed. And this goes to show that whenever people disobey the protocols, there is likelihood that because the virus is also planning, just as we are planning to fight it, there is every likelihood that the number of cases will still continue to rise. This is a proof that the virus exists and it causes damage. And as long as we are not going to live up to what the WHO has been telling us on fighting this virus, we are going to encounter many more waves of this pandemic. But we are not praying for that. The only thing is people should adhere to all the protocols so that we will not give this virus a chance to continue to mutate. Because as long as it continues to survive, there is likelihood of more mutants appearing. That is the nature of viruses all over, not only COVID-19. So it is not any different from COVID-19.
Okay, Professor, we certainly pray that that doesn't happen in the case of it spreading. But to stop that spread, the federal government has taken delivery of the Moderna vaccines that were so graciously donated quickly by the United States government today. Do you think this will have a great impact on this strain of the virus? especially having in mind that some are saying that this may be a totally different ballgame?
No, actually, it's the same virus entirely. It's just that it has some properties that the other variant did not have. But by and large, it is the same virus. So as long as people will adhere to the non-pharmaceutical protocols and continue to accept the vaccine, then there is every likelihood that we will succeed in the fight. This is an important development that after we've exhausted the 4 million doses, we are now having an additional doses of the vaccine. If you look at the number of people that have been vaccinated, it will not be more than 2 million with the other consignment. Now that we are having an additional consignment, it is an important development that we are going to increase the number of people that will receive the vaccine, and that is an important development that we are going to have more people getting vaccinated, and it will help in the fight against the virus.
A fair distribution is certainly key. Thank you so much, Professor, for your enlightening us on this issue and coming on News Across Nigeria. Professor Issa Sadiq Abubakar of the Bayero University in Kano. You're watching News Across Nigeria. Coming up, the Oyo State government says it's going to create awareness on the Delta variant of the COVID-19 strain in the state to prevent spread of the disease. Please stay with us.